What if the key to repairing your brain while you sleep tonight could be found in three simple foods sitting right there on your breakfast counter, and none of them come in a pill bottle? For years, we have been told that brain recovery happens automatically as soon as our head hits the pillow. But here is the crucial detail that so many people overlook: that nighttime restoration simply will not take place unless your morning routine properly sets the stage for it. It is not about how many hours you spend sleeping. It is about whether your brain has the specific nutrients it needs to carry out its repair work during those hours. And that entire process depends on exactly what you choose to eat the moment the sun rises. Let me walk you through exactly why this matters. According to a 2023 study published in the journal Frontiers in Aging Neuroscience, individuals over the age of 60 who consumed a breakfast rich in protein and supportive of serotonin production scored an impressive 23% higher on memory-related tasks compared to those who either skipped breakfast entirely or reached for processed carbohydrates first thing in the morning. That is nearly 1/4 of your brain's daily performance potential unlocked simply by making the right choice at the start of your day. And yet, so many of us instinctively grab toast, pour a cup of coffee, or skip the morning meal altogether, completely unaware that we have just silenced the very nutrients our brain has been craving after a long night of detoxification and cellular reset. I have dedicated over 3 decades of my life to helping older adults regain their mental clarity, their sharp focus, and their genuine joy in daily living. And the single most important lesson I have learned throughout that journey is this: the most overlooked catalyst for brain healing is not hiding inside your medicine cabinet. It is right there in your kitchen. You do not need fancy supplements. You do not need those trendy overnight oats from social media, and you certainly do not need expensive brain-boosting drinks. What you need is real food, simple food, the kind that your body instinctively recognizes and your brain immediately remembers how to utilize. So, in today's video, I am going to guide you through the top 3 breakfast foods that accomplish 2 vital goals. First, they wake up your memory and sharpen your focus during the morning hours. Second, they quietly and effectively repair your brain while you sleep deeply at night. And the best part of all, you probably already have every single one of these items sitting in your kitchen right now. Now, if this is your very first time visiting this channel, I want to extend a warm welcome to you. This channel is called Pure Health Tips, and every single week I share real, science-backed strategies to help you protect your brain, preserve your vision, and maintain your energy as you age, all without confusion, gimmicks, or empty hype. So, if that kind of trustworthy, practical content matters to you, I would genuinely appreciate it if you would consider subscribing. Your support helps more than you might realize. Let us dive right in, because once you truly understand how these 3 foods work their magic, you will never look at your breakfast plate the same way again. Let us begin with a food that has been unfairly misunderstood for decades: the simple, humble, boiled egg. For years, we were all told to avoid eggs because of their cholesterol content. But modern science has completely flipped that narrative. Boiled eggs, especially when you consume the yolk, rank among the most powerful brain-supporting foods you can possibly eat. And it all comes down to one remarkable nutrient called choline. Choline serves as a precursor to acetylcholine, which is one of the most critical neurotransmitters involved in memory formation, sustained attention, and cognitive flexibility. As we grow older, our natural production of acetylcholine begins to decline, and that is precisely why so many older adults start experiencing those frustrating tip-of-the-tongue moments, slower recall, and that persistent foggy feeling in their thinking. But here is the encouraging news. One single large egg provides you with approximately 147 milligrams of choline, which covers nearly 30% of your daily requirement. And when you begin your morning with 2 boiled eggs, you are giving your brain the exact raw materials it needs to fire up your mental circuits and get your day started with clarity. In 2022, researchers at the University of Eastern Finland conducted an extensive longitudinal study examining dietary choline and memory function in older adults. They followed 2,500 participants between the ages of 55 and 75 over a 6-year period. The results were striking. Those with higher choline intake demonstrated a 28% lower risk of developing early cognitive impairment and showed significantly better performance on memory recall tasks compared to their peers with lower choline consumption. Another 2023 paper published in the journal Nutrients found that older adults who consumed eggs 3 to 5 times per week had improved reaction times and enhanced short-term memory compared to those who ate no eggs at all. The researchers concluded that regular intake of choline-rich foods may actively slow down neurodegeneration and strengthen cognitive resilience, and it does not stop at choline. Boiled eggs are also packed with vitamin B12, which plays a vital role in protecting the myelin sheath, that essential insulation around your nerves that enables your brain to send signals quickly and efficiently. Many seniors are unknowingly deficient in B12, which can lead to confusion, persistent fatigue, and even symptoms that mimic early dementia. Eggs provide a highly bioavailable source of B12 that is easy for your body to absorb, especially as digestion naturally slows with age. There is also vitamin D in eggs, predominantly found in the yolk, which helps regulate your mood and prevents the drop in serotonin that often accompanies poor sleep and the aging process. This connection is crucial because mood and memory are deeply intertwined, and your brain simply cannot heal effectively when it is trapped in a negative emotional state. I remember a patient of mine named Harold, who was 76 years old at the time. He told me, "I used to read the same sentence 5 times and still forget what it said. We added just 2 boiled eggs to his breakfast every other day. 3 weeks later, he came back and said, 'I don't just read better now, I think better.'" That is not magic. That is chemistry working exactly as it should. Now let us talk about timing. The most beneficial time to eat eggs for brain support is within 2 hours of waking up. Why is that window so important? Because that is when cortisol, your natural alertness hormone, is rising on its own. Pairing that natural rise with high choline foods like eggs can maximize your neurochemical production and send a powerful signal to your brain to repair more deeply during your next sleep cycle. If you are still concerned about cholesterol, here is what the science clearly says. A 2021 meta-analysis published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition reviewed 17 different studies and found no significant link between moderate egg consumption and cardiovascular disease in adults over 60. In fact, the cognitive health benefits were strongly positive across the board. So, here is my practical recommendation. Start small. Enjoy 2 soft-boiled or hard-boiled eggs, lightly salted, paired with a few fresh greens or a slice of whole grain toast. No frying, no butter. Just let the eggs speak for themselves. Your brain will thank you, not just during the morning hours, but especially while you are asleep at night, because when your neurons are well fed at sunrise, they have the resources they need to rebuild themselves at midnight. There is a reason so many cultures around the world begin their day with something warm and soft. It is not just about comfort, it is a deliberate strategy. Oat porridge is not merely a cozy breakfast option. It is one of the most effective ways to stabilize your brain chemistry, protect your neurons, and prepare your mind for overnight recovery. Let me explain exactly how it works. Oats are a rich source of complex carbohydrates, which help regulate your blood sugar levels without causing those sharp spikes and crashes. That is absolutely critical for brain health, because your brain uses glucose as its primary fuel, but it needs that fuel delivered slowly, evenly, and without triggering inflammation. When you eat a bowl of oats in the morning, you provide your brain with a steady, consistent stream of energy that lasts for several hours. This prevents the mental crashes that so many older adults experience mid-morning. That sudden dizziness, confusion, or unexpected mood dip that can derail an entire day. But that is just the surface level benefit. The real magic of oats lies in a compound called beta-glucan, a soluble fiber that actively reduces inflammation throughout your entire body, including inside your brain. Chronic low-grade inflammation is one of the leading contributors to cognitive decline, especially in adults over 65. In 2022, a study published in the journal Nutrients observed that beta-glucan supplementation improved working memory and attention span in older adults after just 8 weeks. The mechanism behind this improvement was a reduction in systemic inflammation and better blood sugar control, both of which directly support the hippocampus, your brain's essential memory center. Another 2021 paper in the Journal of Alzheimer's Disease found that diets high in soluble fiber were associated with better sleep quality, longer deep sleep cycles, and reduced nighttime cortisol levels. This is absolutely critical because deep sleep is precisely when your brain performs its most important housekeeping duties, clearing out beta-amyloid proteins, consolidating memories, and repairing damaged neurons. Now here is where timing and biology intersect beautifully. When you eat oats in the morning, you increase the availability of tryptophan, an amino acid that is essential for producing serotonin. Serotonin boosts your mood and sharpens your focus during the day, but it also serves as the raw material for melatonin, the hormone that regulates your sleep-wake cycle. This means that a bowl of oats at 8 a.m. does not just help you feel calm and steady by 10 a.m., it also helps your brain drift smoothly into restorative sleep by 10 p.m. One more benefit that is frequently overlooked: oats are naturally high in magnesium, a mineral that plays a key role in over 300 enzymatic reactions in your body, including the regulation of nerve function and stress hormones. In older adults, magnesium deficiency is surprisingly common, and it directly contributes to sleep disturbances, poor concentration, and brain fatigue. A 2023 randomized trial from the University of Tokyo demonstrated that magnesium-rich breakfasts improved sleep latency, reduced nighttime waking, and enhanced short-term memory performance in participants over age 60. All of that from a simple bowl of porridge. Here is how to do it right. Use rolled oats or steel-cut oats for the best texture and nutritional profile. Cook them with plain water or unsweetened almond milk. A sprinkle of ground flaxseed or a dash of cinnamon is all you need to add flavor. Skip the sugar in those flavored instant packets. They undo the very benefits your brain is waiting for. Half a cup of dry oats is just the right amount. It digests slowly, keeps you feeling full, and tells your nervous system to stay calm, not just for the next hour, but well into the evening. And that sense of calm carries over throughout your day. You think sharper, you sleep deeper, and your brain wakes up feeling rested because it finally had the tools it needed to rebuild overnight. It is simple, it works, and you already have it in your kitchen. It is so easy to overlook the banana. It is simple, it is affordable, and it is available everywhere. But this humble fruit might be one of the most powerful tools for memory preservation and sleep recovery as we age. The reason lies deep within your brain's chemical factory, where molecules like serotonin, melatonin, and dopamine are manufactured. And the spark that ignites this entire process is tryptophan. Bananas are rich in tryptophan, an essential amino acid that your body converts into serotonin, the mood-stabilizing neurotransmitter that also plays a central role in memory encoding and emotional balance. From there, serotonin becomes melatonin, the hormone that governs your circadian rhythm and helps your brain enter deep sleep, which is precisely where actual cellular repair takes place. When tryptophan intake is low, especially in older adults, serotonin levels drop. This leads to poor mood, irritability, brain fog, and shallow, unsatisfying sleep. And when sleep quality declines, your brain's glymphatic system, the remarkable waste clearance network that flushes out toxins overnight, slows down significantly. That means harmful toxins stay in your brain longer, and your memory suffers as a direct result. But when you give your body tryptophan in the morning, you create a beautiful chain reaction that benefits you hours later. It boosts serotonin early in the day, which lifts your mood, sharpens your focus, and helps balance your cortisol levels. And by nightfall, the very same pathway leads to higher melatonin production naturally and gently, without the need for pills or supplements. A 2023 study from the University of Queensland found that seniors who consumed tryptophan-rich foods before noon reported 33% better sleep quality and significantly faster memory recall scores after just 4 weeks of consistent practice. Bananas also offer another secret weapon, vitamin B6. This vitamin is absolutely essential for converting tryptophan into usable serotonin. And unlike synthetic supplements, the form of vitamin B6 found in bananas is biologically active, meaning your body does not have to work hard to absorb it. Bananas are also packed with magnesium and potassium, two essential minerals that regulate your nervous system and support deep relaxation. Together, these nutrients reduce nighttime muscle cramps, calm restless nerves, and prepare your brain for deeper, more restorative sleep. In short, bananas do not just calm your body, they program your brain to enter healing mode exactly on time and with full support. Timing, once again, is everything. Most people think of bananas as a midday snack or something to eat right before bed. But when eaten in the morning, bananas set the chemical foundation for brain recovery that unfolds hours later while you sleep. Here is how I suggest incorporating them. Eat a medium banana within 2 hours of waking up. Pair it with a protein source like a boiled egg or a spoonful of nut butter to slow down absorption and avoid any sugar spike. Choose bananas that are yellow with small brown spots on the peel. These contain higher levels of antioxidants and are easier for your digestive system to handle. Avoid underripe green bananas, which can cause bloating, and skip overripe bananas that are too sugary. Just one banana in the morning, 3 to 5 times a week, can profoundly shift your entire sleep and memory rhythm. I once had a patient named Ellen who was 71 years old. She told me, "I wake up feeling tired and I never remember what I dreamed. It is like my brain did not rest at all." We added just one banana to her morning routine. 2 weeks later, she smiled and said, "I do not just sleep deeper now, I actually feel awake when I open my eyes." That is what real nutrition does. It works quietly and consistently. It does not need to shout. It simply gives your brain the tools it has been missing. So the next time you see a banana sitting on your counter, do not dismiss it. It is not just a fruit. It is your morning signal, a trigger for memory, sleep, and cellular repair. And your brain is always listening. Now that you understand the powerful science behind these three simple foods, let us turn that knowledge into a practical plan you can actually use starting tomorrow morning. Because it is not about perfection, it is about consistency. And the honest truth is that building a brain-friendly breakfast routine can be one of the easiest and most rewarding changes you will ever make. Here is how to do it. You do not need to eat all three foods every single day. What truly matters is rotating them in a smart, simple rhythm. I call this the 1-1 plan. One morning you have boiled eggs, the next morning you have oat porridge, and the next morning you have a banana paired with a light protein like nut butter or yogurt. That is it. Repeat this cycle across the week. This gives you natural variety, a full spectrum of essential nutrients, and absolutely no boredom on your plate. Here is a sample weekly plan to get you started. Monday, 2 boiled eggs with a side of fresh greens and a cup of herbal tea. Tuesday, a warm bowl of oat porridge with flaxseed and a sprinkle of cinnamon. Wednesday, 1 ripe banana with a spoonful of almond butter. Thursday, back to eggs, perhaps soft-boiled this time for a change. Friday, oats again, maybe add a handful of fresh blueberries for extra antioxidants. Saturday, banana with plain Greek yogurt. Sunday, your choice. Simply repeat whatever meal made you feel best during the week. Aim to eat your breakfast within 2 hours of waking up. That is the window when your brain is most receptive to nutrient signals. And keep it light. This is not a feast. It is fuel, clean, targeted, and healing. If you have diabetes, pay attention to how your body reacts to oats or bananas and adjust portions accordingly. If you have high cholesterol, do not fear eggs. Just speak with your doctor and stick to boiled or soft-cooked versions without any added fats. The key here is rhythm. Your brain absolutely loves rhythm. And when you establish one in the morning with food, timing, and clear intention, your brain follows that cue all the way deep into the night. This is not a diet. It is not a cleanse. It is a clear, powerful message you send to your body each and every morning. That message is simple. I want to remember better. I want to sleep deeper. I want to feel like myself again.